trying to live in this land, Lord. I'm sick of paying rent, I wanna be the landlord. Not too many children in my section 8 last night. Lights out, they on section 8. We get constipated from that government cheese. Paying taxes, steady get a government cheese. Don't nothing change, no matter who we vote for. So why waste time even going to try to vote for? When you grind so hard, you supposed to see profit. Why we so broke? We supposed to be prophets. We never had a choice on coming to America. I feel something real bad is coming to America. I don't write the mayor, they say I got a right to, but I don't even know where a nigga supposed to write to. I keep my chest up and head to the sky until the day I burn or head to the sky.
There was many bad days. Lord, I've had hills to climb and sleepless nights. But when I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord, and I won't complain. Yeah, no.
I'm no devil, I know that I'm God's son, but I still smoke weed with my godson. And even though they say the woman is the backbone, we just wanna see them laying on their backbone. Thumb through the word, but you know what's confusing? Between the experts, it's so much confusion. I want it all, for all that I care about. I want a ball, that's all that I care about. Travel 50 states, broke 48 laws. Ran across a book called 48 Laws. Some say it's bad, some say it's a good book. I say it ain't got nothing on the good book. I ain't tripping on going to the motherland. On the other hand, I like to buy my motherland. What price can we all get peaceful? Stay at war and swear that we peaceful.
Many good days and bad days. I've had some hills to climb and Lord, sleepless nights. When I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord. I won't complain.
What's wrong? Can't we all get along? Wanna buy a home, but can't get along. I'm trying to stay focused and write the right rhymes, cause these days everybody write rhymes. My uncle went to the rehab, hooked on morphine. It seems he came out even more fiend. Don't wanna see cuz die or blood bleed. We all lose every time black blood bleed. Holla Hail Mary, a light no candle, but I'm still trying to handle what I can do. I go hard for what I need, so it's ample. Watch me, you won't need no example. Crucial situation, my life in a crisis. Need to trade my life in for crisis. Please forgive me for what I did last night. I don't know, this might be my last night. Oh, why you do that? Cold T. This shit so smooth. Make me wanna get high. On the east side, I get high. So high. G, yeah. I stay G'd up from the head to the tiptoe. Blow a whole gang of weed, no dip though. I'm gritty on the grind so the grip grow. I ain't gotta say I shine cause the shit show. I wear khakis cause that's what I'm fit for. But I'm rich, bitch, and I'm a hit, ho. I can tell you was broke from the get-go. I drink XO, you sip Cisco. But it's still all good cause you lick low. And I done took 6 bricks with your big bro. Am I still in the hood pushing Nick's no? It's official, get paid when I flip flow. I got a mansion, a Bentley, and a 6-0. Like a 6-0, I'm a rich roll. And get more while these bitch niggas slip slow. Get the memo, I got a 6-0.
A little bit of Hennessy, swish the sweets in a sack of hedgerow. And sticky, green, I know you know about that for sure. They say I blow too much, I don't do much, but I run through them O's. Very few days in California.
I don't know it all, but I tell you what I do know. How to get a gang of dough on a do-low. I got a big black 9 and a blue 4, and a bitch that grind like a true hoe. You can catch that shine if you do mo, and if you spit that rhyme with a new flow. Think I ain't got mine, but I do though. Get yours, cause it's good time to do so. Niggas cold cause they grinding too slow, and fall off when they finally do blow. No bullshit, my diamonds do glow. Sign the G unit and not the new road. The police can't stand the truth, so I did hard time drinking Pruno. I throw more left hooks than you throw, and plus I go twice as hard as you go.
A little bit of Hennessy, swish the sweets in a sack of hedgerow. And sticky, icky, green, I know you know about that for sure. They say I blow too much, I don't do much, but I run through them O's. Every few days in California.
I thought I told you I was major. I'm major. And you can never do it smooth as I do. As I should. I'll be all about my paper. I'll be all about it when you know what I do. Do you know? Yeah. Do you know what I do?
Smirk stupid, he a retard. Spotter low got A's on his G card. Bigfoot go hard with no regard. He like me, he did time on a 3-yard. I'm stuck on scrapes, I pipe resats in the projects with scrap pipe and D-Mac. Colombo black in the back of the Maybach. Kill the track and push crack with payback. They stole my foes, I came back on 6s. That's the way I rose, Baymac on bitches. I'm in a 5-star with 2 king double beds, with 2 bad bitches doing the bobblehead. They stuck on the fact I still got Chucks on. Gone on the size of the rims that my truck on. Get my fuck on, let them suck on something. Let Buck bone and get the fuck on. Got a deal, but feel I need $1 million bill to borrow. That's on the real, just until tomorrow. He say, she say, BKCK. Groove on my C-Day, holla at a keyway. I got weight on me, the game won't wait on me. I'm on a plane with a whole gang of weight on me. When I was young, we played pick a team catch. Now I'm spending money on a nicotine patch. Don't front, the flow is getting comfortable. I know I'm the one you really ain't want to blow. I'm the shit, give counterfeits fit. I'm legit and I'ma get what I come to get. You just wanna shine, you don't wanna grind. It's beautiful on mine, you the one that's blind. And I ain't the one to open your eyelids. Quit lying, you ain't poking his eyelids.
$1, never touch Cholo, he about his pride. I stay up for the dough, can't lay up with a hoe. No. It's quick moves like a quarterback sneak. The whole team listen when the quarterback speak. He knows by the low, Baymac on the road, making major dough. Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Neighborhood, C-Mac, shout out my loc, Spotter Low, cuz. Neighborhood, on hood, it's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crib.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's
It's
mama.
the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch.
My nigga Spider Low.
Spider Loke, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider Low, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Low, wake and bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing it.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, Google gang in here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, baby.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a local most easty. No mistake in the station. They making them statements. We waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. Killing on the track in the black box. We never put feelings over facts. Bay Machiavelli, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, my count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, baby.
You can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We're not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards, we all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies, facts over feelings. We ain't gon' start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts press, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google bang.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude, cuz it sure is a blessing to be back in the black box and blow a secession. In particular, a lot of people didn't make it to this morning, to today. So we are blessed in abundance just for that being a factoid. Shout out to the Google gang, my boy BS in the chat, everybody else that's in this thingalization. The word of the day is frolic, and I'm a truthaholic. Frolic, the definition, let me get to it. The definition of frolic. Frolic means to play and run about happily. One of the highlights of spring on the farm is watching newborn lambs frolic in the meadow. Frolic, frolic, frolic. The wheels of justice turn mighty slow in America, especially in regards to the melanated population. For quite some time, we've had to not only mourn the death of Breonna Taylor, but we had to suffer the injustice of her losing her life unlawfully. But because of the way the system is set up, it was something we had to just take on the chin and accept once again. No one being held accountable. Her boyfriend, who upon being ambushed, attacked, and literally assaulted to the extent of an attempt murder on his life and a successful murder on his girlfriend's life, was charged at one point for doing exactly what the law prescribes that a lawful gun owner should do, could do, would do in the event of their safe space of oasis is being invaded by intruders. That was a small victory. However, the victory is taking on a whole nother level, as it seems that there will be federal charges brought upon 4 officers involved. Let's check it out. This is the news report on the subject. Damn.
Want a job that I
thought
don't
I had it past the damn
Wanna do something
ad.
that matters. But I don't know what that thing is. I feel like I want somebody to tell me exactly what to do.
What's going on, man?
I want to stop feeling like if I take one more step, I'm just gonna.
It's bullshit. Let me see if I try it right here. Let me play it from right here. If I play it right here, we might have a better luck.
Major new developments in the deadly police shooting of Breonna Taylor in Louisville, Kentucky. The Justice Department today leveling federal charges against 4 current and former officers connected with her death. Among the charges, officers are accused of falsifying documents to obtain the search warrant of her home where she was shot and killed. Then they're accused of lying to cover it up. ABC's Faith Abube reporting tonight from Louisville.
More than 2 years after Breonna Taylor was shot to death in a botched drug raid, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland today announcing federal charges for 4 current and former Louisville Metro Police officers.
The federal charges announced today allege that members of the Place-Based Investigations Unit falsified the affidavit used to obtain the search warrant of Ms. Taylor's home.
Prosecutors say Sergeant Cal Meany and detectives Joshua James and Kelly Goodlett knew the search warrant lacked probable cause, and they say those two detectives later conspired to cover up their lies, allegedly meeting in a garage to come up with a false story for investigators.
We allege that the defendants knew their actions in falsifying the affidavit could create a dangerous situation.
Walk back to my voice! Prosecutors say the officers who executed the warrant at Taylor's home knew nothing about the false affidavit. And when Taylor's boyfriend mistook police for an intruder firing a shot from his registered gun in self-defense, officers opened fire, killing the 26-year-old EMT. Former officer Brett Hankerson, who was acquitted on state charges for firing into a neighbor's apartment, today charged with excessive force for firing 10 shots through a window and sliding glass door in Taylor's home.
Breonna Taylor should be alive today.
Amen.
Say her name! Taylor's death and the murder of George Floyd sparking protests across the country.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
I've waited 874 days.
Whole thing. She count down the days.
For today.
Breonna
Amen.
Taylor's mother calling the charges overdue.
What we've been seeing on day one, y'all learning what we've been seeing was the truth. That they shouldn't have been there and that Breonna didn't deserve that.
With 3 of the officers charged with civil rights violations could face a maximum of life in prison.
Yeah,
a
right.
4th
Hang
officer
they
could
ass.
spend years behind bars
Get
if
his
convicted.
ass.
With
Faith, thank you.
Oh, my mama. One thing I can say, have to appreciate the fact that at this point we do see some sense of justice being directed toward the injustices acted upon us. When the feds get involved, we often comment how they usually don't bring charges until they know they can win the case. I do not anticipate these officers being able to wiggle up out of this. I also think what will be set into action are other people who these officers have been involved in arresting in the past. It should start some type of chain reaction where their cases should be reviewed, because I don't think these officers decided to just compromise their integrity for the first time in this case. I think the integrity that was compromised in them obtaining these warrants and then trying to cover up their tracks, I think that integrity had been compromised long before, and I think this is not the actual problem that we're seeing, but just symptoms of the root core problem. And I think there's a whole lot of corruption that has probably led to more convictions and even loss of life. So I want to say, at the least, we can say this is it's what we consider a victory. For our side, the battle is far from over, but I'm glad that the climate in the country is at least to the point where the feds get involved and take a second look. You know, that's what happened in the Rodney King case. The state did not find any fault with the officers, and then the feds did an investigation and found fault. So it seems like the feds have less bias when it comes to police activity through the years, even though they are not free of guilt when it comes to injustices and decisions. But at least they chose to read between the lines this time and find a deeper truth. And I motivate all of us, everybody under the sound of my voice, don't take things for granted off the surface. You too, we too, must read between the lines. On my mama.
We read between the lines. We read between the lines. We read between
On the set, cause I swore I had covered my bases. Ended up in court, had to fight a couple of cases. Crackers don't care when you come in them places. It be written on their faces. Them motherfuckers is racist. Fuck trial, shit tricky, give me the deal. I ain't never seen a real killer beat a pill. Shooter got a brighter future if he got a date. Behind the gate, lot of politics to tolerate. Sitting in the car, finna split a cigar. To my niggas on the yard, send my biggest regards. You don't wanna run it back, we already ran it. You landed flat on his back, cause I'm heavy-handed. On the catch another fade, we can follow up. But I ain't waiting all day, niggas squabble up. Gang of anger, got it all bottled up. Gang bangers. Whole world follow us. Evil times you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil times you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Niggas clowns need to be in the circus. Putting these buses on the turf, they defeating the purpose. The first to return when the enemy serves. Immediately on ease, these weenies be nerve. Dedicated to a section that didn't deserve us. You turned us into murderers and then the deserters. Number one lesson I learned in the pen: when you lose your respect, you can't earn it again. Smoke a lot, classified most faded. The local won't be satisfied till all his folks made it. It's Cabbage Patch where he caught most of the damage at. Perhaps he know a magic plastic surgeon that can manage that. Ask me, I'm just a product of my habitat. Narcotic habits where they quick to let you have it at. Big homie talking about he need half of that. I'm laughing at him as if my little bastard's having that. Evil times you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil times you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Shout out my boy, CEO Ant in the chat. Put a lot of plays together on the back end. We working on a lot of things to this date that we waiting to push right over the cliff. Shout out Ant. I'm not sure how many of you guys that are local. I'm sure everybody local saw it, but those that aren't local, there was a very tragic automobile accident that took place on Slauson and LaBrea yesterday. I know those who aren't local are familiar with the word Slauson just based on the homie neighborhood Nip the Crip, how he popularized it. And then LaBrea may not be as a familiar street. However, it is a very familiar intersection. It's crazy that they describe it as Windsor Hills. I remember as a teen, my first real girlfriend, where my mom used to let me take her car and drive and go visit her at her house. She stayed in Windsor Hills. Well, she stayed off Vernon. When you have to go across the Crenshaw, I think you go across the Shaw and go up into the little Windsor Hills on the set. But it was over Hill Hood. But I often think about, I have 3 children, well really 4 that drive. 3 that drive alone independently of someone being in the car with them. And they all know the rules. They all typically know what they're doing. The 2 older have had some very serious accidents. They're 19 and 22. My youngest driver has yet to really have any accidents. However, you often try to warn them about the dangers of the road. And even though they know everything they think they know, you always try to tell them about the person that is not doing the right thing that they have to be aware of. And when you see footage like what happened on Slauson and LaBrea, it's like your whole thought process just freezes. You make sure you communicate with everyone you know, especially your children that are of driving age or that just might be in the LA area, to make sure they're safe. Then your thoughts extend out to others outside of your children. And then when you just get the story and find out that the driver, I believe, is the only person involved that didn't lose their life. And it's reported that the driver was drunk. No secret, I recently went through a DUI situation, and I've publicly discussed the ramifications on my Facts Over Feelings podcast. And shout out to Lauren Madison, because she was the guest on the episode where we discussed my DUI situation at length. And she also was someone I met throughout the process of dealing with the DUI in a DUI class. And she and I both spoke about the lesson that we learned of being responsible in regards to drinking and driving. I long have been told that often people who are under the influence of alcohol have a greater chance of surviving a collision because of the way your body flows with the motion. When you're not under the influence, you have more of a panic reaction and you lock up, and I believe the stiffness of your body causes you to be more vulnerable to tragic injuries. And it's ironic that the female, they say she was doing 100 miles an hour drunk. When I got my DUI, I was reportedly doing 100 miles an hour, and she was drunk, and like I didn't hurt anyone. But the main thing that the officer and the judge mentioned to me is not your actions and the results that happen, but it's the potential damage you could have done. And as much as it made sense hearing it, it makes 10 times more the sense seeing what I saw. I want to just say rest in peace to those that lost their life. Send my condolences to their loved ones. Let me turn that down. I'm sorry. I usually have that sound off. To those, of age and experience, caution and careful can never be overstressed. But to the young drivers who don't quite realize that as you operate an automobile, you're actually operating a bomb, a very dangerous, large piece of machinery with fuel, and it's all iron, and you gotta also be, but then you say be careful, be on alert, but to all the victims of that situation, it's not, no more amount of caution or alertness could have served them any better, it seems. Drunk drivers, think about it, man. I can't believe I've reached a level of life where I feel this mature to even make a passionate appeal to drunk drivers, girl. We gotta think before we move, man. Think before we make certain decisions, because more so than ever, I realize that our decisions affect more than us more often than not, especially something that reckless. And although it's not by gun violence, it's through vehicle, and it's still my city, and it's still a murder in my city. Rest in peace to those that lost their life. Condolences to their families and friends.
RJ on the beat.
Usually the crew won't move through the eulogy. You'll be plotting, popping, you a G. Who shooting, who driving, you and me. EC, keep that between you and me. That was folks, not least 2 or 3. Streets talk, just watch, you will see. On the set, never charge you a fee. And unless you agree, you a yee. Never been scared, never been phony. Air enemy in the area know me. Everywhere I go, I carry it on me. Cemetery ceremony, buried at home. Blue chucks, obituary struck up. Hope the preacher hurry up and shut the fuck up. View the murder victim, single file line. Violent vengeance, only thing on my mind. Murder.
I don't know. I don't know. Please tell me why they had to kill him. I don't know. But this is murder in my city. Murder in my city. This is murder in my city. Murder in my city. Yeah.
I hear people saying that she must have been suicidal, and I've heard that comment before now. I don't know if I agree with that. Suicidal, to choose that method to lose your life, possible, not probable, in my opinion. I think there's a lot more ways someone would decide. She seemed to be more distracted, if anything, perhaps texting. If you're drunk and texting and extremely upset and engaged in that text message, even if not texting, even if you were arguing on the phone, maybe dropped something, looked away. I don't know if that light was green when she was way back there and you talking on the phone looking for something and it turned red. Everybody stopped within the last 5 to 10 seconds and you being loaded, not realizing it. She seemed more distracted than determined to end her life. I know this though. She can count on some ass whoopings when she get where she going. I think them females gonna whoop her ass. Oh my mama. I hope they do. Over and over and over again. But everybody keep asking me my opinion on Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to the homie Tariq. No, Checkmate, that's the book. That's the homie Mud from 6-0 book, SPI. That's why that's cuz name on the lighter. That's a lighter he gave me when he gave me the book. I'm trying to read the book now. I'm trying to find time. It seems pretty good. But y'all go check that book out, Checkmate. It's not a CD. I'm glad you asked me that. Shout out to the homie Tariq Nasheed. I'm vaguely, generally aware of all the drama associated with the American Cholo and the controversy and Tiger, who said what, who did what. Still never saw the Icaramba video. I've only saw the clip that we played last time of the what appeared to be doctored of the cat, the American Cholo cat, utilizing the N-word and saying all the coon statements. You know, I initially said that to me, it sounded as if somebody had doctored it and his actual intentions were not what was trying to be insinuated. However, it seems that the homie, my brother, T. Nasheed, has taken a different perspective on it. And he's been engaged in a fiery back and forth on the subject in regards to the individual who has been captured stating, saying and utilizing these words. I'm telling y'all, I have not kept up with it. It got to be such a big ball of yarn and a mess before I even could keep up. So my interest is vague. What I do not assume is that Tiger nor the American Cholo cat will be publicly attempting to ignite fires from either cultural side by being derogatory or disrespectful on purpose. However, I trust the intelligence and integrity of Tariq Nasheed that I'm familiar with, that if he found a sense of offense as an individual and on behalf of our people, I feel like more likely than not, he is entitled and he is righteous in his response to whatever he felt to deem as disrespectful. I do not have to be fully abreast and aware of exactly what took place to kind of like meter my reaction to his indignation based upon his character and the other things I know about him. The utilization of certain derogatory terms has that describe blacks throughout the years has been deemed off limits, period, for public usage when it comes to America. And, similar to Joe Rogan and others, we see that certain people take the opportunity to, if not just cross the line, to go right to the edge and tease or tempt the concept of these words being, totally, completely off the table. The concept of appropriation also comes up when I think about these issues in general. So when I think about the character of Tyga and how he's went from being portrayed as a gangster rapper to some extent to totally non-gangster, I don't know if you would call him pop or what word would apply, but I know he's been comfortable, for one, brandishing his feet adorned in a fresh pedicure, topped with pastel toenail polish, wrapped in Chanel sandals as if he was a female. Once I see any man comfortable in behaving in such a manner, I can then make the assessment or judgment upon his character that he would not be one that would take it upon himself to ignite some type of racial tension with the Hispanics. So I would imagine anything that would be considered as a reaction of anger or real disgust can be deemed as an overreaction. If he unintentionally offended anyone, which seems to be the case by his action of quickly taking it down, I think that message could have been sent without any sense of rage, and I think it would have been received as readily, equally, and the situation would have been handled just as quick. I will reiterate, I believe that Tyga's intention was to actually bond with the Latin community versus put a wedge up, similar to how YG, can't spell Tyga without the YG, similar to how YG did the Loco record not too long ago, and it seems to have caused him to develop, or if not develop, perhaps he had the relationship already, but it seemed like it was a record that the Latin community appreciates. And anyone coming from a marketing standpoint and releasing records in Southern California knows how important it is to have the Latin community on your side. So I just couldn't imagine Tyga just purposely disrespecting that entire community, whether he was careless or not. Like I say, I never got an opportunity to actually see the video before he took it down. And then when the American Cholo cat did a response, it seems like he stood up on behalf of the whole raza and expressed disrespect, and it seemed like, from just what I can gather, that he was pretty aggressive, if not disrespectful. And I can't say that for sure, but it seems like somebody put out a clip to kind of make him null and void that made it seem like he was being very careless in addressing my people with derogatory terms. I assume from the way the video clip looked that it was something more to the story, and from what I can gather, it ended up being something more to the story. But I'm only answering the question of my thoughts of the fact that Tariq Nasheed's name has risen to the top of this controversy, opposed the American Cholo cat, and my reaction to that. A lot of people feel like Tariq Nasheed's image is above engaged in this type of exchange and back and forth. I tend to disagree. I think that facets of a multi-colored individual, a lot of times, because of their strongness and their strong suits, you only get to witness a portion of them that you might deem conservative or reserved or non-aggressive or non-warrior, and you may think that there's another side that does not exist based upon that. But when you are multifaceted and complete and whole, you are capable of reacting and adjusting to your situation and circumstances. And it doesn't seem, from the bit that I have gathered, he's going far out of his character to express his disgust. And I don't know the exact point that he made, but like I say, I trust his intelligence that his point is based on some type of actual indication of disrespect. Yeah, I think that a lot of times when people that lack color to the extent of being called black utilize certain terms, I think it's extremely avoidable. There's a whole culture of Hispanics that generally in Southern California, their image and their style was totally opposite of ours at one point, to the extent where they typically wore their pants, especially the street G-type dudes. They used to wear their pants, their trousers, their breeches up over their belly button, opposite of us being sagging. They used to wear hair nets. They used to tuck their shirts in. They used to wear the little hairstyles with the little brush to do your hair like that, the slick backs and things of that nature. We have a style and a culture of when it went from big t-shirts and khakis. They caught up to our culture back in those days. Then it transpired from when we went to the bald head phase, 2 earrings, sagging, designer. They appropriated the same culture. We interact and mix up so much. I think that there are gonna be, just think about how they took the word nigga and made it a word that applies to them as well here in the trenches. There's no wonder someone who is fond of the Hispanic culture like Tyga, who is an artist, who is in Southern California, who has a comrade like YG, can't spell Tyga without the YG, who had a successful campaign of making a record that appealed to the Latin community. It's not a big stretch to realize that Tyga may have shot his shot like that and he just may have missed. You dig a line? I don't think it's a big old deal. And if Nasheed, being abreast on everything that has taken place since then, feel like he need to raise his voice in indignation, I support him without even being aware of everything or almost anything he said. Oh, my mama. That's my nigga on some east side shit and on some melanated shit. It's all about melevation at every step of the way. Baymac, the M is mobile. Be about your metamorphosis. Be about your melevation at all costs. So shout out to Lauren Madison, the gifted, the great Lauren Madison. That's her word. That's her brand. Melevated.
That motherfucker owed me 35 motherfucking dollars. He told me he gonna pay my motherfucking money last motherfucking week. I ain't seen this motherfucker yet. I'm not gonna chase this motherfucker for my 35 motherfucking dollars. I called the motherfucker 4 motherfucking times, but the motherfucker won't call me back. I called his mama the other motherfucking day. She gonna play like the motherfucker went in. To cut her motherfucking ass out. But I don't want no motherfucking trouble.
Press play.
But I tell you one motherfucker thing. The next motherfucking time I see this motherfucker and he ain't got my motherfucking money, I'm gonna bust his motherfucking head.
On the real, I give a fuck how a motherfucker feel. Motherfucker better not fuck with my motherfucking meal. Run a drill, quick way to get a motherfucker killed. Fuck a trial and appeal. What's the motherfucking deal? Mr. Williams got my hand on the motherfucking wheel. Make some millions before I make a motherfucking wheel. You motherfucking right. What's the motherfucking lick? Niggas know going broke or make a motherfucker sick. And a bitch, that's when she leave a motherfucker quick, so she can't do shit but suck my motherfucking dick. And then suck and fuck the whole motherfucking clique. City rabbit, no kids, no motherfucking tricks. Just crips blowing zips, counting motherfucking chips with hollow tips stuffed in they motherfucking clips. Taking trips, leaving big motherfucking tips. You still can't hear, read my motherfucking lips, motherfucker. What up, motherfucker? Motherfucker. Like us, motherfuckers. We don't give a fuck, motherfucker. Like us, motherfuckers. We don't give a fuck, motherfucker. Motherfucker, where you been, motherfucker? What the fuck? You just did 10 in the pen, motherfucker.
Damn nigga, where you been? Oh, you did 10 in the pen, huh?
That's the homie from the hood. We rolled them motherfuckers together. Cuz caught a case and told them motherfuckers loose lips sink ships. Control the motherfuckers. You gon' claim these dirty streets, then patrol the motherfuckers. Catch an enemy slipping in them. Blow the motherfucker, motherfuckers ain't knowing. Gotta show the motherfuckers, I ain't like to square off. I stole on motherfuckers, motherfuckers stole on me just like I stole on motherfuckers, motherfucker. That's on the motherfucking set, ask about a motherfucker, I'm a motherfucking vet. Ain't met a motherfucker around this motherfucker yet that can ever say they see me off a motherfucking wet motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
909 area code, you live in the black box with VJ Keyway. I see you callers. I'm gonna try to get to everybody. East the deal, loved one. What's happening?
Hello.
What's cracking? What's cracking? It's the Loke. You online with the Loke?
Hello.
Yeah, you already said that. What else you got for me? What's on your? What's happening, homie? Yeah, I don't know what he on.
You sing?
323 area code. What's happening? We got to duck the queerdos, man.
Hello.
What's happening, homie? 323? Damn. What's happening with the callers, man? 310, we gonna try you. 310 area code. What's happening?
What's happening, homie?
310 area code. 310 area code. Can you hear me, homie? It must be a delay. That's crazy. What's going on? Let's see what's happening with 323. We back on. What's happening, 323?
What up, homie?
What's happening, homie? The phone line just acting crazy right now. Yeah, I can hear you. What's happening, man? Talk to me. That's all.
What?
What's your thoughts on the whole little shit with the lock? I can hear you. Can you hear me? You can't hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop this little phone shit.
If you could hear me, let me know.
No, I'm gonna start it over. Obviously, y'all ain't hearing me in real time, so I'm gonna start the little phone shit over. Sometime it be doing that. You dig a lot?
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Nah,
Goodbye.
we finna be right back at you, baby. Don't even trip. So sometime when I try to go to the little phone line shits, it be like that. You dig a lot? We try to do something. Man, we'll try to do something and it won't do nothing. They will hear me with a delay. I ain't never been savvy enough to try to fix it in real time. I usually pause it, play a video or something. But now I understand the situation a little better to the point where I trust myself to try to handle it real time and just do a little random ramble in the meantime and talk a lot more poise than I used to have when we first started running this OBS program on the set. I see what the Streamlabs shit do, right?
Your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions,
I got
press 2.
StreamYard, cause I've been paying for that shit every month for some
Your
months.
show is scheduled to start in 32 seconds.
But when I try to connect it, I had Puto over here trying to get that shit launched. He couldn't connect it, cuz. Mama, I gotta get the StreamYard shit cracking. I got it, but it didn't work right for me. So we finna see if we can get back on these phone lines. What's happening, 909? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, homie?
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
909, can you hear me, homie?
Blog Talk Radio.
909 area code, can you hear me?
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
This shit crazy. You still can't hear me, homie? We having a bad.
Loud and clear.
Oh, damn, it was late. All right, call back, homie. 909, it's another 909. 909-434, can you hear me? What's happening, homie? That's fucked up. What's happening with the phone line? What's happening? You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
My shit fucked up, bro. I don't know why. I'm gonna try this shit one more time. I'm gonna kill this shit one more time, y'all, and I'm gonna try it back. This time I'm gonna really run the video.
Hello?
It ain't working right. It ain't working right. It ain't working right. We got some technical difficulties in the black box. I am VJ Keyway.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
For those that don't know, the V in VJ stands for video. So in the meantime, while I do this, I'm gonna try to run a little a video. And I see the homie is still trying to learn how not to react to my name in comments. I'm gonna give him a pass. I've been trying to spare him, but I've been seeing him read comments and have slick reactions. But I'm gonna run this while I do this little troubleshoot though.
Yeah, nigga. Still double balling on these nigga though. Run around with that 40 by my lonely though, nigga. Ride around town with my best friend. And if a nigga got a problem with my best friend, you can see me in the streets with my best friend. I got that 40 on my lap, that's my best friend. Ride around town with that 40, nigga, by my lonely. Can't trust these niggas, cause most of these niggas acting phony. Talking about my day one nigga, he used to be the homie. Started at the sandbox, till he started acting funny. First I gave the trust until the nigga tried to pop me. Caught him at the corner, had that nigga looking sloppy. Put numbers on the scoreboard, check the autopsy. Them hollow points to blow up, they got me busting like a Nazi. I swore to my soul that I'd never trust again. Got that 40 on my lap, that's my only real friend. I swore to my soul that I'd never trust again. Got that 40 on my lap, that's my only real friend. Ride around town with my best friend. And if a nigga got a problem with my best friend, you can see me in the streets with my best friend. I got that 40 on my lap, that's my best friend.
I wrote this verse to Ashante, blowing on some Mary Jane, feeling like Scarface, money over everything, married to the moolah, a millionaire mind frame, the grind and the shine, hurt they head like a migraine, just me and you, fresh off the lot in a fresh Benz, it's kinda like we go together and we best friends, ain't no bottom bitch like the one I got, the one she put that red dot on, the one get shot, that's why I keep you close, in case I got a problem, cause out here in the streets, ain't the place for squabbing, SPI low. Out here chasing guap, and if you try to play him close, that'll make him pop. Sleep with you, eat with you. It's like I'll be with you 25-8. They catch me with you. Yep. You know me, ES for death. With a big fat 40, that's my BFF.
Ride around town with my best friend. And if a nigga got a problem with my best friend, you can see me in the streets with my best friend. I got that 40 on my lap, that's my best friend.
That's crazy, y'all. The caller still can't hear me. I don't know what to do, what to say. I ain't doing nothing different than I do no other day. 909, you still can't hear me, huh? That's fucked up, cuz. Throw my whole rhythm off, bro. 323, can you hear me?
On me.
You can hear me, 323?
What up?
What's happening?
How you doing, man?
I'm blessed abundantly. Gratitude is the
I ain't
attitude.
in there, man. Just taking it easy. This ain't Spotted Loco, though. This is Big V. I'm trying to see if Spotted Loco come on. There's a whole lot of stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just tapping in trying to listen.
What's your area?
Trying to see what the conversation gonna be about.
What's your area code?
Oh, okay. You checking in? Yeah, I'm tapping in. I'm calling the channel.
I was gonna bring up the topic about like the energy beginning of the year and last year I was all about peacing up and everything, and now we letting these Anglo-Saxons and shit fuck all that shit up, you know what I mean?
Hey, I've been thinking,
I've
been, you know what? I've been noticing that the energy up at No Jumper could be considered it could be considered a time bomb.
Brown pride, you know what I mean? That's how all we got out, man. No matter what's going on, that's just how it is, you know what I mean? But, you know, people was putting a lot of twisters in it, you know what I mean?
But I've been, even with the blue and red.
I think there's a lot of agents chaos, and we shouldn't be letting them dictate to how we handle with each other. You know what I mean?
I definitely agree. I've
Right,
been
right.
thinking that. I've been
I'm
thinking
not
that.
Mexican. I'm Armenian, but I do.
I've been thinking that ever since it's been just blue and red up there. Not that it's been intentional, but I've been seeing the potential for it to go up based on not just the blue and red energy, but just the anti-ops, whatever, the whole little Inglewood the whole. It's been a lot of the Hoover. It's a whole lot of crisscrossing, and I've already vocalized the idea, the fact of like, just think where y'all at. What is the center catalyst that is really generating all this crisscrossing and energy and potential politicking and problems popping? It's something to be that especially people that are active and going through there need to be fully aware of. You need to consider it. Can you hear me live? Can you hear me? The calls ain't coming through live. Let me see this 310 caller. 310. If this don't go through, I'm gonna give up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? They can't hear me in real time. I don't know what that shit is, cuz. That shit get on my nerves. I don't get it. That shit got me mad as a motherfucker, cuz. Cause I ain't got no idea why it's doing that. You digitalize? The only other time it did that and I tried to fix it, I did what I supposed to do and it worked. And now can't nobody hear me, so I'm finna end this phone line. I ain't finna do that shit no more, cuz I'm tired of that trying that
Thank you for
today.
using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Nah, fuck that. Y'all owe me something, cause y'all subscription don't work right all the time. I ain't do nothing wrong. Everything hooked up right. But yeah, old boy said he wasn't even. He got that. He came over here talking like an essay, like a Cholo. That he talking about he an Armenian. Cuz that's crazy. I was respecting his perspective, thinking. Shout out Big I 197 for Dev Dope. Big SPI in the chat. Oh my mama. Yeah, you digitalize. Maybe somebody that really know me that like to get a perspective or call my phone. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so used to I'm so used to the phone lines now. I'm kind of stuck. So they say reboot. Nah, I already rebooted the little phone shit. Let me see. I told you I gave up on it, but now I'm gonna do it one more time just cause you said that, Big Al, on the set. Hey, me and Hog be working together all the time, cuz. Me, Hog, and Light Bright, cuz. And Corn on the set. The hubby's up there deep. I skipped the field. That's crazy. I ain't never imagined being this casual with this shit, cause this used to make me panic when shit didn't go right. I already signed up for Streamlab, okay? Oh my mama, but Puto, we gotta figure that shit out, cause when the homie came to like make it roll, it didn't go right. It's like we tried everything we tried. It just what it say? You've reached the limit of the studio. Oh, I can't do no. It's a wrap. I can't even try it no more. Y'all. So it's on me to just freestyle. Like, you know, the time we used to do this before we even was going to the phone line. And I used to do the whole show without talking to nobody else. So it's back on me to do that real quick. Even though we started, at this point, we go a lot longer than we used to, based on the fact that we depend on the phone line. When it was all on me to do the monologue and no dialogue, we was only like averaging about an hour. 2 hours would be an awesome session. But since we started going to Real Near Radio and opening it up to the audience to carry the weight of the conversation, we've been going we'd be between 2 and 4 hours, just depending on how the energy go. So now it's back on me to try to make it, y'all know, if it ain't gelling or make the energy ain't flowing, we gonna get up out of here. But I guess there is something else we could talk about. Oh my mama, what's happening with the monkeypox, cuz? According to my catalog, I'm a die Hey, what's happening with monkeypox, cuz? You know what I find real ironic about monkeypox, cuz? Shit come out of nowhere, right? You see them pictures. They look like them STD, like, brochure pictures they used to show you in high school. Oh, wow, blah, blah, blah. That shit looks scary as f. And then, the first reports that come out, cuz, make monkeypox sound like it's affiliated with a certain population or a certain percentage of the population that caused them to be affected based upon a lifestyle. That was the initial indications. And that was the same similar scenario when it came to one AIDS HIV situation back in the day. And I watched, it took a little longer for the AIDS scenario, but they washed out the whole perception of it being affiliated or associated with a certain demographic of the population. And that even became taboo to even suggest that might be the case. And then here it is, after the initial decade or first couple decades of the AIDS epidemic, and it becomes somewhat of a background norm in our society, highly due to, it seems like, Magic Johnson's successful experience of beating it. It seemed like that ushered in the wave of subsiding the panic over AIDS. However, now if you look, any medication that is marketed via television that is supposed to be effective in defeating that virus, the HIV virus, it is always marketed to that same similar demographic of the population. And I, for one, believe that is not what we would call it. It's not ironic. It's not a coincidence. I think people, any big pharma in particular, whenever the time they take the time to make a campaign of marketing to try to promote narcotics toward a particular demographic, they're very particular and intentional about what they suggest. So when you see all these drugs marketed for the HIV and the AIDS, when you watch the commercials, the imagery almost always directs the marketing toward a certain population. And when monkeypox, and I'm telling you, that's after that was the initial indication of that disease, then it went through a whole PR campaign to where it was cleaned up, and then that disease was associated with, it was then like kind of like made equally experienced by the whole population based on other things other than being a part of a certain demographic of the population, which included needle users. And then there were other individuals that were specified that were at high risk, if not even deemed responsible, if not for the existence of, but for the spread of said disease. Now, they went through a whole PR campaign to, like I said, it was like almost illegal to associate one with the other. However, Big Pharma, who has proven to not have to follow any of the rules that the general society has to follow, makes it their business to market toward that group every time they develop a drug that is supposedly effective in the fight against AIDS and HIV. So it strikes me ironic that immediately when the monkeypox pops up, it is immediately associated with that same demographic of the population, which causes a lot of people, for one, immediately to be at ease. Like, okay, phew, I ain't got to worry about that. But I see the PR campaign is a lot more swift and efficient, because we're only like, I don't know, I would say moments into this monkeypox concept, and it's already been disassociated and detached from that demographic. However, me personally, I tend to believe that those amongst that community are more at risk. They have statistics to prove it, but you better be careful in your research, because we're living in a time where now you don't go refer to a book or a paper. You refer to a digital rendering of information, and we know that digital information is manipulated at a degree that we in current time do not realize. Every time we think we're up on the level of technology that we're actually living against on a daily basis, we realize that we're eons beyond where they are. So there's also a very permeating theory that the monkeypox may be associated with a certain type of GNAB that may have been administered to a large portion of the population over the last few years in defense of a whole nother situation that was thrust upon us suddenly that we still have yet to get a real report as to where it came from. As regard to the, you already know, just think, I'm not aware of, and I may be just lacking knowledge and ignorant of the fact, but I believe it's the Malaysia fight. Remember that plane that disappeared about a decade ago? Had they ever came to a conclusion on what happened to that? Or is it just as much a mystery as to why we just went through what we went through for the last 3 years? Can you imagine the effect that the last 3 years and the pandemic had on our existence as a world? And here it is. We've all had to adjust, deal with it in real time. Yet there is no ongoing visible investigation as to the source of it. However, there is extreme documentation of scientists and researchers creating, manipulating, and dealing with these type of agents in laboratories for years, patenting. I don't know. I just know we in the matrix, and I've been forced to get in a mode of monologue and random ramble. And as I do this, these are the thoughts that come to my mind. Anybody, damn, Big Al, you threw me off with that. Maybe I could use this time to refer to the chat room. Any questions? I'm going to take my chance on read some questions. I don't do this often. Oh, my mama. Baby's getting it. Question everything. Be careful. That plane disappeared off the face of the earth, and there's been no more coverage of it, huh? You know, the longer I live, the more I realize, the more I learn, the less I know, the more I assume, the more I become unaware of reality. I almost have realized that accepting and acknowledging my limitations is my most powerful asset, because only then do you typically seek more power, energy, knowledge, information, leverage. When you assume that you have acquired a sufficient amount of any of those things I just named, your natural innate desire for more is at challenge. Some people, the more they get, the more they want, and that's typically considered greed and something that's frowned upon. But I think a more acceptable and natural occurrence is when an abundance of anything presents itself, typically outside of money, it seems, and power and fame and clout these days. Once you get an abundance of it, the desire to achieve it lessens. And laziness can even kick in regards to whatever the said subject is that we're talking about. You digitalize. But that seems to be not the case, like I say, when it comes to money, attention, and fame. It's like the more you get, the more you want. However, you sit your ass down to a table, even at an all-you-can-eat. All-you-can-eat often reminds you of how much you really need and really can appreciate or desire. You ever heard the phrase, your eyes bigger than your stomach? I used to run up on that a lot as a youngster, especially when it's something being served that you particularly like more than average, and you try to go back for seconds or maybe even thirds, and you got that auntie that ain't finna let you get up till you finish, and she low-key laughing at you because she know you didn't need that next serving, but you asked for it anyway. And she find right there while you got that fork and you bullshitting, and she hit you with that. Your eyes is bigger than your stomach, huh? Yeah. Cancer epidemic started after the forced polio jab around the 50s, promoted by Elvis. Check the cancer rates after. I believe that. Cancer is such a prevalent concept these days. No matter how deadly and detrimental and scary it is, as a society, we have learned to accept the announcement with so much courage because we've become so accustomed to it. We've accepted cancer as a form of almost death, like we've accepted old age. I'm acquainted with so many people that are inflicted with cancer that live a lifestyle that you would think would exclude them from experiencing it. I am from, on my mother's side, a cluster of cousins. And one of them is not only my cousin, she my sister on a lot of reasons. And then one of them is not just my cousin, he's my brother. And one of them is the oldest of us all, which is still young when it comes to the fact that it's our generation. And then one is just slightly younger than me, and they both have been diagnosed with the cancer very recently. And I realized it's nothing to play with. The energy of the whole show was thrown off initially. I ain't finna try to stretch this out and keep making myself sound like I'm ready for the monologue on a consistent basis. Although I am, I don't know if it's really worth it just to keep trying to stretch it out. You digitalize. For those that don't realize, I am VJ Keyway, and you are in the black box, which possesses not only my podium platform, but my pulpit, because I am a preacher. And it's just that my message is not the message that I was initially programmed with. I rely on a message from on high that is not a doctrine, it is not taught, it is not told, it is inspired. Keep it a Google.
Can't stand off the liquor, can't understand what he's saying like Twister. 7 grams in his hand, still trying to twist up. Niggas like, damn, with the pipe it done mixed up. A case of Jay-Z, 3 leaves of smoke. A scoop of in my pocket, watch the sheet to produce. Hit the blue room, let the demons loose. The smell of sulfur on the mic when I breathe in the booth. I got him curling toes, trying to squeeze in the boots. But to get where I'm at, you might need a boost. With anything close competition, maybe to them, but to me's another reason to shoot. Plus the probation with the sheriff is done. I'm licensed up, got back the register's done, so I can murder every DJ soon as your record sponge. Seal the case and get the register sponge.
If you are the flesh, then I am the bone. When you back out, still go on. Don't see me stopping, so you think it's hard to believe. I'm something like a hero. I'm stronger than you. Like a hero.
I puff on the fruity branch, clutch figures move with champs, bust on the booty clan, plus get that booty tang, rush in and do your camp, us niggas cool as fans, touch wisdom, rule the land, tough kids is hooligans, struck when I do advance, lust for them new sedans, plus rooms and dudes that glare. I'm rough, y'all should move in pairs. Mad women like them now, black down with spider now, master the tiger style, I'm faster than cycles, wow. I'm deep and I'm so moist, don't beef with me homeboy, I leave you with no choice, speak with a gold voice, 7 steps to darkness, that's right. Rhetoric is flawless. Where did they get this author? Heaven sent him for you. Y'all click sweeter than cough drops, I'm sick. What I spit is equal to smallpox. And they believe in they all pop before drop, before the greatness of artists is more hot.
If you are the flesh, then I am the bone.
Shady DJ.
DJ. You think it's hard to believe. I'm something like a hero. Stronger than you, like a hero.
No brain, I was trained in the truth. I bang in the booth, drop the top on the coupe and let the rain in the roof. Might take a brief moment to roll me a blunt.
put the flame to the front right before I chief on it. I don't run from the beef, I done fought with the pork. You ain't punching no lungs, you was caught with a fork. Obscene speaking, must wanna see my green fall. Problem with the homie, should've kept it between y'all. I take it personal, the bitter with the sweet. I still jump out on feet with the spitter in the street. I see a few thousand every couple of lines. I'm on the grind, rap just one hustle of mine. You find it difficult to swallow my hood rep. Looking pitiful, trying to follow my footsteps. With Doja, that's twice as gay as 4 facts. No pass, I want your ass on toe tag.
You are the flesh, then I am the bone. When you back out, still go on. Don't see me stopping, so you think it's hard to believe. I'm something like a hero. I'm stronger than you. Like a hero.
Served a little work, sticky shit. Every time he lit his big, politicking with his clique, trying to hit the biggest lick. Problem with the hood, we gon' have to see to that. It was Baby Jinx, Tiny D, me and Black. To be from EC, can't explain how it felt to me. Lil BT nicknamed himself Looney. With big wine on the 5, getting hella faded. Heard that nigga ain't survived, so we celebrated. On a mission with the homies, or if by my lonely. Niggas know me, always got the pistol on me. Shot his way on the set, they ain't quote him on. Never lied, every lyric you can quote him on. Diamond shining, rhyming with my rollie on. Money long, kinda like a Coleon.
I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game.
I remember.
My mama, some shit you just can't forget. Like some of the young niggas used to claim to sit. Same time, some of the homies used to bang young. To this day, me and Herb trade the same guns. East side, niggas know about that 7 gang. Central to San Pedro, sold up on everything. You ain't heard, 93rd to the Sin. Ain't nothing new, neighborhood, this what it been. All the Sherm homies hitting in the hood. Fuck the function off soon to get to getting good. A party ain't a party without a little drama. In the parking lot, hollering at Lil Mama. Say my name next to Johnny Ray, Baby Dre. Soul 1 and 2, Big Snake from 88th. For death though, I die for, I surrender. Shit was evil on the east side, I remember
when a nigga first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game. Now niggas only know about this whole game. I remember when a nigga first got turned out. I remember crocodile blood in the blood out. I remember coming up in the stove game.
I remember.
Of course, I can go back and forth with you, or let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. It's true, I know I'm probably gonna miss you for a minute. I admit it, I'll never forget you. Had nothing but problems ever since I've been with you. Never caught me cheating, never have I hit you. Then again, that's a whole nother issue. You ain't really with this, is you? There's really no need for you and me to disagree. Let's just agree that we see things differently. Feel free to send another text message dissing me. Your mom sure raised a classy one, didn't she? Appreciate everything that you did for me. Give you my thanks, but never my dignity. Thought you said we wasn't doing this, didn't we? The last dude messed you up bad, didn't he? That's why I always seem so distant. See that your character contains no density, decency, or honesty. That's no diggity. Your word is literally never meant diddly. Of course, I can go back and forth with you, or let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. It's true, I know I'm probably gonna miss you for a minute. I admit it, I'll never forget you. Had nothing but problems ever since I've been with you. Never caught me cheating, never have I hit you. Then again, that's a whole nother issue. You ain't really with this, is you? You're just not meant for me. I had this epiphany, not mad, simply feel a little sympathy. Never tit for tat, you can keep the Tiffany's bracelet. Face the music, listen to the symphony. I knew I had to say goodbye to you eventually. Connect with you physically, unsatisfied mentally. Thought the whole situation out extensively. Throughout this relationship, you've shown no consistency. 1 minute, it's like you're really into me. Next second, it's like you got it in for me. Every incident, you on Instagram instantly. With friends like you, who needs enemies? Of course, I can go back and forth with you, or let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. It's true, I know I'm probably gonna miss you for a minute. I admit it, I'll never forget you. Had nothing but problems ever since I've been with you. Never caught me cheating, never have I hit you. Then again, that's a whole nother issue. You ain't really with this, is you? Misery loves company, that's no mystery. And you way miserable than you wanna admit to be. So I leave you with these memories, good or bad, I know you gon' remember me. I see things others don't tend to see, like all of those suspect tendencies, multiple personalities trying to belittle me. I'm done identifying with all your identity. Of course, I can go back and forth with you, or let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. It's true, I know I'm probably gonna miss you for a minute. I admit it, I'll never forget you. Had nothing but problems ever since I've been with you. Never caught me cheating, never have I hit you. Then again, that's a whole nother issue. You ain't really with this, is you? Of course, I can go back and forth with you, or let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. It's true, I know I'm probably gonna miss you for a minute. I admit it, I'll never forget you. Had nothing but problems ever since I've been with you. Never caught me cheating, never have I hit you. Then again, that's a whole nother issue. You ain't really with this, is you?
Drama out. Take that back to your mama house. Shut your mouth, it's just what I'm talking about. Shut your mouth, it's just what I'm talking about. Gone, cut all that drama out. Take that back to your mama house. Shut your mouth, it's just what I'm talking about. Shut your mouth, it's just what I'm talking about. I swear, no more calling or texting or either. Experience has always been an excellent teacher. I admit, I admire the elegant features. Equally flattered by the fact she let a felon intrigue her. It felt like love, I fell in it eager. But after telling them lies, I could never believe her. At one point, really thought we was forever, just like everybody else that used to see us together. But whatever, let it burn. Live and you learn. Your biggest concern has always been what you can get in return. Stay stuck on stupid, overstating your status. Reality TV stars motivating the madness. Just gone, cut all that drama out. Take that back to your mama house. Shut your mouth, it's just what I'm talking about.
Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. Go on, cut all that drama out. Take that back to your mama house. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. Yeah, I heard the phone ring and I could've responded just like that was your ring and you shouldn't have pondered. I'm humble, but uncomfortable with this verbal confrontation. Heard what you had to say and deserves some consolation. To pinpoint the problem, it's a combination of your negative attitude and conversation. Playing detective, hacking my passwords, immature. Always make sure you had a last word. Bringing up your ex, trying to compare us. Apparently unaware, but don't care. I find it embarrassing. Face to face, flesh to flesh. Feel no affection or reflection. I can tell we killed the connection. So just gone, cut all that drama out. Take that back to your mama house. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. Gone, cut all that drama out. Take that back to your mama house. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. That ain't cute. Always trying to hit every blunt. Barely wanna get your nails done every month. Look how insubordinate, ignorant, and hard you in. Was you venting or trying to kill me in the argument? Go on, snap the screenshots. Who you gon' show though? Me and your folk don't even talk no more. You the type to convince me I'm literally the best you ever had. Then turn around and try to belittle me with that same old sarcastic smart opinion. When I'm speaking from the heart like you hard of hearing. Swash nothing to chunk up a deuce to you and get back to bust the bitches like I used to do. So just gone, cut all that drama out. Take that back to your mama house. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. Gone, cut all that drama out. Take that back to your mama house. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about. Shut your mouth, that's just what I'm talking about.
It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood.
I'm a silverback gorilla wearing silver and black. Silverback gorilla wearing silver and black. Silverback gorilla wearing silver and black. Hit me on the Blackberry and I deliver the crack. Silverback gorilla wearing silver and black. Hit me on the Blackberry and I deliver the crack. I'm in the Blackwood, spot a low burning the backwood. I'm in the game now, so I'm a ball like Shaq would. Speaking of game, heard he trying to get me blackballed. The nigga mad cause I'm pissing on his black wall. I'm Shaq tall, so I stand out easy. Black talents in the clip that I hand out easy. Believe me, if you go fucking with my black pride, these black chucks going right up in your black hide. My black bitch looking like she out of Blacktail. She like black and catfish and bumping Maxwell. I lay you down like Vin Diesel off a pitch black, then watch you squirm like a weasel when it's pitch black. So kick back and catch a bullet from the black mag. I speak facts cause I put that on the black rag.
Beautiful days, beautiful skies, red suns, purple nights. I'm beautiful in every car that I drive. It's a beautiful world. Beautiful girl with all red curls. She looks too good in purple curls. She's always wearing blue when she banging on the curb.
DJ Warrior, Kelly Untouchable.
Like Ike Turner, beat them till they chin is black. With a big chrome burner like on Men in Black. I stay stomping in my big black boots. Who want a black eye? Slide through Compton, get the homie Colombo black high. I'm at the swap meet buying black Pro 5. The swap heat with cuz for the black 4-5. The black Dayton spokes look like black licorice. The black label got your boy acting niggerish. The black Louisville will do your body bad until they put you in that all black body bag. At the casino playing roulette, you know I bet black. The El Camino supercharged and it's jet black. And when it come to kicking ass, I'm a black belt. You'll find me on Wissett Ave in a black belt. Black socks, black vest made out of black mesh. And a black block to put your mama in a black dress.
Beautiful days, beautiful skies, red suns, purple nights. Beautiful in every car that I drive.
DJ Warrior.
Beautiful world. Beautiful girl with all red curls. She looks too good in purple up pearl. But she's always wearing blue when she banging on the curb. It's a beautiful world.
Okay. Scranton's kid, baby. DJ Warrior, Kelly Untouchables.
You got my money?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'll pay you soon.
Yeah, well, here's a suggestion. Have the money by tomorrow and there won't be any problems.
Huh?
Yeah, 24 hours.
Why? What happens in 24 hours?
I don't know. Not psychic, man. I'm just saying it would probably be better for everybody if you had the money tomorrow.
Yeah, all right, I'll see what I can do.
See you later. Don't forget. Nah, you're not gonna forget.
I snuck up behind you, just a reminder. It's about that time and I know how to find you. No quiz, no question, I'm needing my figures. Gorillas so greedy, I'm feeding my niggas. Ain't no ifs and buts or no maybes. I fucking go crazy, motherfucker, don't pay me. You love your baby mama, I know where to look at. Kept a close eye on your ass since you took that. Niggas disappear around here about frontin'. If it ain't my dough, ain't tryna hear about nothing. Is that right? The detail crashed the motel, took you and D to jail and you had to post bail. I believe you and I know you had to pay the lawyer. 24 hours, that's all I got for you. I'ma slide through on the Harley, same time tomorrow. The money or the Marley or you'll be sorry.
4 hours pass, you got 20 more. The clock ticking, nigga. What you waiting on? 8 hours pass, you got 16 more. The clock ticking, nigga. What you waiting on? 12 hours pass, you got 12 more. The clock ticking, nigga. What you waiting on? 20 hours pass, you got 4 more. The clock ticking, nigga. What you waiting on?
It's been 24 hours. Got my money?
Oh, you know what? Just give me till next Friday. I'll have it for you.
Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn I said have it today.
Yeah, I don't have it, sorry.
Oh, well, all right then. Yeah, that hurt? That hurt?
What the hell?
Yeah, that don't feel so good, does it? No, that's what happens, man.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what happens.
It's payback time, homie. I'm Spotter Loke's new muscle. You broke bitches need to find yourself a new hustle. In debt with me, you lose the use of your limbs. Stomp a nigga ass out, my only use for some Timbs. Take a look at the rims, homie, they bigger than stop signs. And I'ma watch mine with a SIG and a Glock 9. While you bitch niggas whine drop dime on the cop line. Got my fingers in your bitch ass cracked like a rock climb. And I grind to the block, got phenomenal hustle. Last nigga got shot in his abdominal muscle. With the 44 mag, black matched apparel. Bullets big enough to leave stretch marks on the barrel. Before you park the Camaro, you like flossing on wheels. So I'ma turn that Chevy into a coffin on wheels. Cause when the fifth starts spitting at your car, you can't do nothing but swallow shots like you sitting at the bar.
It's Nightwood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Loke. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done train my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie.
SPI
Can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be everything that they wanna be. Yeah.